Yes, guys, welcome back to yet another episode of the Arsenal All Out Show. It is Monday, and yeah, we've got a massive panel today. It's fair to say we've got like 7 people, including me. So it's going to be chaos, I'm presuming, tonight. But looking forward to it. Of course, Arsenal dropped points at the weekend, but still somehow gained a point on Man City and Aston Villa. It's been a crazy weekend, it's fair to say. So we'll be covering that as well as the Inter Milan game coming up. But of course, we have to introduce the panel. We'll start off with, of course, Mr. Domination. How's it going, mate? You good?
Yeah, you make me sound like some kind of sex worker.
I knew he was going to pull something out of the hat.
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks, Rory. Yeah, moving to Amsterdam. It's legal over there. No, all good, mate. All good. Obviously, disappointed in the weekend, but as you say, somehow coming out further ahead, which is just mental. It was an absolutely crazy weekend in the league. Absolutely insane. But, there we go. Into tomorrow. Looking forward to that one.
And what about you, Tom? You good?
Calm, thank you. Thanks for having me on. Nice intro. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Tom's just not sure how to follow that.
Oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with the intro, by the way. I mean, I actually included the 8 this time, which I missed that on the last show. Josh, how's it going, bro? You good?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Yeah, thanks for having me on. Always look forward to this on Monday. So yeah, it's good, man. Big up the panel as always.
Yep, and Tony, welcome back, brother. How's it going? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. People, I mean, it is what it is. I told people about Nottingham Forest, they laughed at me. Well, who's the clown now? Well, people, 7 points ahead. We're still in contention for that treble. I mean, Rory has been laughing at me, putting it all over streams. Tony have been talking about a treble. Well, we're in the semi-finals. We're still topping with 7 points at the head of the league. I mean, it's not so far from there right now, innit? Inter Milan tomorrow. Let's go, people. Let's go.
We'll get onto that later on because, again, it's been misinterpreted.
In fairness, Rory, can I just give Tony his flowers? Because I was confident of victory, and we both said it was going to be a tough game, but I was confident of victory when I spoke to him last week, and he said, don't underestimate Sean Dyche, which in fairness, I wasn't, but he did call that a slip-up was on the card, so, got to give the man his flowers.
Thanks, Thom. I really appreciate that. Thanks.
I'm being nice now, that's it.
Yeah. Bro, your credibility is not in this atmosphere, bro. We have to herald that, bro. Big up to you, man.
Yeah, but we are going to dive into the Forest game anyway. 0-0. That's 2 games in a row now where we have failed to capitalise on Man City dropping points. It's a bit of a weird one because obviously after the game I was absolutely ballistic, basically. But of course, Aston Villa lost at the weekend. So, 7 points clear at the top as we're speaking. Of course, City again play before we do at the weekend. So they've got an opportunity to narrow the points tally down to 4 points. But we'll start with Dom. What do you make of the game overall? And although we had too much of a long summary, will it? Because there's hardly any goals to speak about.
Well, let's start with a goal, shall we? Anyway, done that. No, I mean, it's obviously a disappointing performance and a disappointing result. There's no question about it. It's an odd one, as I said. You come out the weekend further ahead than you went into it, despite not getting a good result against a relegation threat team, and despite the fact you've played poorly. And it was sort of a quirk of the weekend. It was, as I said at the top, right, a really odd weekend. And I think first things first, you've got to give Forest some credit. They defended really, really well. I think it's the first time they've had their back four available this season. And, Tony and I were talking about it beforehand. Sean Dyche puts a really good defence up, but you would expect with Arsenal's quality to be able to break that down and score. We did have some chances. Moreno, Martinelli, Saka all had chances, but we didn't do enough to break them down. we can talk about the penalty. Yes, we should have had a penalty, but ultimately, whether you get that penalty or not, you shouldn't be relying on the referee to give you one. You've got to be taking the chances. But equally, this is the Premier League. It is competitive. If you're not on your day, there are sides that can hurt you, even the lesser sides. It's a strangely competitive league this year, where actually even the teams in the middle of the table, particularly at home, are actually quite good. They are capable of getting results, and it is really odd. But you can't afford too many of these. You'll always get one or two in a season, but you can't afford too many of them. And thankfully, we haven't had that many so far. But in terms of the game itself, I think the big issue I had here wasn't about the changes, although I'd brought Ezra on earlier, having gone with the lineup he did. But I think it was, and we were talking about this yesterday actually on AT's show, Rory, was a combination of that attack. It's not that attack doesn't work per se, but that wasn't the right attack for that game. We know Martinelli struggles against a low block. I felt it was an Ezra game from the start. I think I said that in the preview, that Ezra starting that game made more sense than Odegaard, because Forest will sit deep and you need that sort of magic moments, man. Ezra's going to be inconsistent, but he's capable of the magic moments. Odegaard, far more sort of refined player, if you like. He'd sort of make their passes, play it round the corner. And that's harder to do when there's absolutely zero space, because you've got those two banks of four behind. And I think, I understood Gyökeres starting, having got his first goal in open play. It felt more like a Jesus, Havertz wasn't fit to start, but Jesus Havertz game where they're going to come deeper into midfield, try and bring the defence with them and open up the spaces. So I think that's really where it went wrong. And you could tell that Arteta knew he got it wrong because he made early changes. I said I'd brought Ezra on earlier, but the bizarre thing is, as I said at the top, is we're further ahead. And I think, City drop points. I think they're still going to drop points despite the spending, and despite spending more than us certainly in the last 18 months. I think they're going to drop points going further forward. So I don't think it changes anything negatively in terms of the league going forward. I still think Arsenal win the league. But we do have to get that attacking combinations right, not necessarily having to go at the ones that started that, but it wasn't the right attacking unit for that game. But that's kind of my overall view. And, I think it's really imperative now that we try and go and win against United at the weekend, which will be our first home game in a while as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And by the way, if you guys wondering where AT is, I actually don't know. To be fair, Thom actually mentioned him just now, so I actually don't know where he is. I sent him the link, and hopefully he does turn up eventually. We'll move to Thom, and also, Seb's going to be coming on before 9, so this is why it will turn into chaos, I'm sure, once he eventually does come on. But we'll go to Thom next. What do you make of the game overall, bro?
Well, there's not much to say about the game. It's boring. If we're being honest, not much to say at all. We should have taken our chances. I think that's one of the main talking points about that game. We had the chances to go and win it by at least a couple of goals, but we didn't take them, and that's ultimately what's cost us the game. I do have question marks over the game. However, I am a part of the small minority of fans that didn't lose their head over it, and I was kind of proved right, because we're kind of in a 3-game sort of swing now for us to sort of bring City and Villa back into it. And I was talking about Villa and how I think they're very much overperforming their expectations. And I do believe eventually they would have dropped off. And I think, potentially over the weekend, that might be starting to happen now. So I really do think it's going to be, if anyone catches up to us, Manchester City. However, we've got to take it a game at a time now and focus on ourselves and go and claim 3 points. At home, Manchester United, I'm sure the players will want to go and prove a point. Michael Carrick as well, coming in looking strong against Manchester City. So another big fixture. If we had played Man United only a couple of weeks ago, it would have been a completely different look on the fixture. But now Michael Carrick and trusting Kobbie Mainoo, by the way. Trusting Kobbie Mainoo.
Carrick's at the wheel, Thom.
Yeah. Trusting Kobbie Mainoo. I told you we should have looked at this guy. And yeah, trusting Kobbie Mainoo's playing now and looking good. But let's talk less about Man United. Who cares, mate? Nottingham Forest. Yeah, we should have taken our chances. The substitutions were a little bit. I kind of felt like the whole sort of team selection was a little bit weird, to be honest with you. I feel like this wasn't the sort of game for Martinelli, and he's just been so inconsistent in the Premier League. I'm looking at names like Yildiz and Lookman and Gordon, who are all being linked again, and it's making me think, is Martinelli potentially a player that we could be looking to move on this summer? I'm looking at Madueke, who I think is probably our most positive attacker. However, in such a direct front line with Madueke wanting to, bomb forward, have shots, create chances, stuff like that. Martinelli, who is direct but isn't great against this type of opposition, as we've seen, and Gyökeres as well, who, he got hooked again. But with the subs, I would have liked seen Eze come on earlier. However, I'm not against seeing Marino come on for Odegaard, because we saw in the week against Chelsea he actually looked positive. He had a great chance, which was obviously a really good save from Sanchez. And I credit Marino; he couldn't really have done much more there. I thought he was good. However, it would have been nice to see Eze, and I think there are certain players that haven't been playing recently that do deserve a run out, Eze being one of them. We don't have to constantly play Zubimendi and Rice all the time together. It's just going to run them down into the ground. Funnily enough, someone like Kobe Mainu or Mavadidi would have been great to rotate those two with. However, I am looking over the next few weeks, and I think squad rotation is key. Eze, Ben White, Mosquera, all players that can come in now to the team. Marino, another one. Havertz, when he's eventually back. These are all players that can come into the team, and it's why I think tomorrow night against Inter Milan is such a huge opportunity for some of these players to come into the team. Because let's be real, if we're not going to go, we shouldn't be going fully strength against Inter Milan. I don't think it's a must-win game. I think we're in a good position in the Champions League, and credit to Mikel Arteta for that. So it would be nice to see some rotations in the squad tomorrow. Likes of Marino, Norgard, Mosquera if he's available. Hopefully Havertz is fit, because it would be great to see him from the start. So yeah, I think it's a big opportunity for the players tomorrow to prove a point, to start against Man United, because I think we're missing a little bit of spark at the moment. And yeah, I think it doesn't really help that it's 3-4 games away from home in a row. So I'm sure eventually, once we're back at the Emirates, back with the Emirates crowd, and it will all be good again. And yeah, if you want to look at it with context, the advantage that we have now, 7 points, is better than 48 hours ago. So take that as you will.
Yeah, I do agree. Josh, what do you make of the game overall, bro?
For me, I think it's a missed opportunity for us. Obviously, we saw, as you both rightly said, about the results when I away to the over the weekends. Man City get battered. Villa losing at Villa Park as well. So yeah, we still say points. We still say 7 points clear, but it's just the fact that it's a missed opportunity, especially in the game against Nottingham Forest, and we saw the same happen against Liverpool at the Emirates. So there for the taking, we didn't take the opportunity and we didn't win that game. We could have. I know we've stiff buts and maybes, but we could have been 9 points clear. Yes, I do think 7 points is still a very decent lead to have when you're going into February now and second half of the season. But I don't want us to come back and regret this sort of thing. This is why I called it a missed opportunity. And the fact is, the overall performance was concerning. It was concerning. I'm sorry, like we saw against Liverpool as well. Two very, very concerning performances. Yes, we had chances. Gabriel Martinelli missed an absolute sitter. I've no idea what he's thinking there, to be honest with you. But we didn't take our chances, and as Dom said at the start, credit to Nottingham Forest and Sean Dyche. They set up really well. They frustrated us. We couldn't break them down. The City ground was rocking. They got a little bit of momentum. I think it's kind of like, I thought we started the game off in the first 10-15 minutes. It was like, we had that energy, like, what, we're going to get something here. That's when the chances came from. And then sort of like towards the end of the first half, they got back in the game a little bit. And then after that, it was really, really poor, man. Like, we need to look at some of these players, man. Odegaard. Yeah, I'm coming to him first because he's the captain of the football club. Yeah, that was a horrendous performance from you. And I want to see the same.
For a little while, Josh, on that.
Yeah, 100%. I want to see the same energy for what the manager done with Eze now, because Eze, we spoke about it last podcast or a week before. Eze got punished for the Villa Park game. He's been missing the last 5-6 Premier League games now, whatever it is, without any starts now. I want to see the same for Martin Odegaard. That's 2 games now where Liverpool, he was not on it, and that game against, I'm sorry, number one, he was ineffective, and he was missing, like in terms of going forward. He gave us nothing going forward. Number 2, when he did actually get on the ball and off the ball, you had, what is it, Anderson, right, in the midfield, Sangare, bossing him about. This guy was soft. He's not physical enough at all. So,
I mean,
I
was going to ask, right, like, have you seen an Arsenal captain getting subbed off that early?
No, exactly.
In the second half at 0-0. It's just madness. I think that might be a record,
bro.
Of an Arsenal captain getting subbed off. Not even subbed off, hooked.
Yeah, exactly. Like, look, when he came back, we all gave him his credit where credit was due. Like, that Brighton game, he looked pretty decent. A few games after that, it was like, you know what? He seems to be getting his form. But the one thing I said with it is consistency, and also in the big games now, Odegaard. Yeah, you need to step up when the game ain't going right for us. You need your captain to get you, grab a game by the scruff of the neck and get you out of it. And he was nowhere to be seen. And when he was on the ball, I said he was soft, not physical enough whatsoever. But it wasn't just him. Yeah, Gyökeres, that opportunity that he had, where that one mistake from Murillo, right? You have to capitalize on that. Big at AT, by the way, every time. Big at AT. But you have to.
I hate you at this time.
You guys hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
We can hear you, AT. First time, bro. We can hear you ever.
Yes!
We can hear you.
But no, I tell you what, AT's came at the perfect time, because I was on his channel the other day. We were talking about the striker situation, and we're talking about Gyökeres. And we're saying all about, the system and all this, That chance that he had against Nottingham Forest was his bread and butter, what he had at Sporting Lisbon majority of the time.
I said the same thing. Like, after I showed my friends the video of a goal he scored in Sporting CP that was just like that. When they give him the ball into space, he was running against all those scammers and he was feeling so fly with himself. Now he has come against the likes of Murillo and Milenkovic, and for some reason he didn't have the same pace, didn't have the same agility, so he even wasted the chance. And I was like, man, I'm done.
Yeah.
Give me Shesko.
Yeah. Bro, it's
the thing is, right, the thing is, this guy wasn't saying this when he bagged a goal and assist against Chelsea in the semi-finals. That's all I'm saying.
At the moment, that's looking like an anomaly, mate.
Really?
An anomaly.
I don't know against Chelsea.
What are you talking about?
That's looking like an anomaly, mate.
It's the semi-final.
Rory, to be very fair. No. Rory, to be very fair. Chelsea defense is a defense in shambles, bro.
Chelsea.
Are you talking about that Chelsea defense of Badashile? I mean, they have clowns down there, as a defender. Let's go put that into context there. They're clowns down there. So this is the thing, See, this is the thing. And people don't want to take this seriously. It's a serious problem we have down here with Gyökeres. People. Rory, you could roll your head, roll your eyes. This is the truth. We have a big problem. We have a big problem, bro. Because I'm not having it with you today, bro. We have a big problem, bro. You begin to solve a problem when you first admit that yes, we have a problem. You have to admit it. If you don't admit it that we don't have no problems, then it should be like this, bro. Our attack is in total shambles, my bro. And you have to take it. Take that L, bro. Take the L. This is the thing. Premiership. We are in the Premiership. We are in the Premiership. The defenders are quicker. The defenders are quicker. The defenders are more savvy. They're more quicker. They're more savvy. It's nothing. It's completely nothing like the defenders they have down there in Portugal. I'm sorry, and I'm not taking a piss at the Portuguese league. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. But this league, the defenders are faster, they're stronger, they're more savvy, they have a keen eye for pushing you around. And Gyökeres has been pushed about as a striker, bro. I mean, with such big money moves, yeah, and these defenders are pushing this guy around. Admit it, our attack is in shambles, bro. Rory, accept it, bro. Yeah, you're not Merlin. You're never gonna just wind the stick and make sure that you're not Merlin, bro. You're not Merlin. You're in the real world. Yeah, you're in the real world. Yeah, you're in the 21st century, bro. Yeah, you're not in the 1700s AD, bro. This for real.
Please
Rory,
tell me what have I said.
Look at these lot behind me.
Gyökeres?
Thierry Henry, Ian Wright. Thierry Henry and Ian Wright. When you've got top strikers like them criticising you at Arsenal, it speaks volumes, mate. And you want Odegaard dropped.
Days.
You want Odegaard dropped. You want Odegaard dropped. Get Gyökeres dropped as well then. Not good enough.
Why is everyone coming for me for, by the way? What have I said that I've disagreed? Like, what's going on?
Because you always want to find a way. You always want to make him the good guy. Yeah, I mean, Rory, I know your thing with superheroes. Yeah, I know. We always. If you ask Thom when he was growing up as a kid, do you have 1 or 2 heroes here and there? He'll tell you, yeah, I used to have. If you ask AT, back then in Nigeria, do you also think about a hero growing up? He'll tell you, yes, probably Josh has a hero. Thom has a hero. You always want to make these things about some superhero kind of thing. There is no superhero shit going on here. This is real life. Our strikers are misfiring, and you have to accept it, bro. Because you would twist it. You would say, "Oh, passes are not getting to him." I do admit that certain passes are not getting to him, but you have to give us something, bro. You have to give us something. You have to give us something, bro. You have to, bro.
Sorry. In fairness, Tony.
Jeez.
In fairness, Tony. I am Batman.
Give us something.
Tony, like, this is unbelievable. This is absolutely unbelievable because you're saying about me making Gyökeres the good guy. I actually sat there and said, "Yo, I agree with Josh here. That I think Gyökeres, and if you have watched my channel long enough, I have said, by the way, that Gyökeres needs to improve his box movement. Have I not said that? Chat, have I not said that Gyökeres needs to improve his box movement? Did I defend him? Right? Yes, exactly. Thank you. Did I say?
Do you know what else you said? You also
did I defend Gyökeres for the missed chance? No, I didn't. Right? All I said about this Gyökeres situation was the fact he shouldn't have been subbed off inside 60 minutes. That's all I said. That's not me defending him. That's me basically saying, right, why can't we go 2 up front? Why do we have to go like for like changes?
We did that on Tuesday or Wednesday or whenever you played Chelsea and we brought on Marino.
It didn't go well.
Marino's a holding midfielder, Tom.
But seriously, when was the last time your manager went 2 up front?
Havertz played in midfield.
People, when was the last time your manager went 2 up front? Arteta is not going to do that.
Manager?
It doesn't do that.
Hang on. He did against Chelsea. He did against
sorry.
Chelsea. Havertz was playing up front he was playing just off Jesus, just off him. He was just in that.
When we need a goal, though, right? It's 0-0 at the time, right? He didn't do it against Liverpool. It's all well and good doing it when you're winning the game. When it's 0-0, hold on. When it's 0-0 or when we're losing the game, when have you ever seen Arteta go 2 up front? Just out of curiosity.
He did it when we had Nketiah.
Oh, and how long ago was that?
Time. really? Are we going as far back as that? These are the things we're talking about, bro. It doesn't just seem to work at Arsenal Football Club. It doesn't. The manager doesn't believe in playing 2 strikers off. He believes in one man. See, you know what? Yeah, Arteta doesn't believe in a striker. This is the truth. He doesn't believe in a striker. And that's why when he came out in presses, he was saying, you know what, from my strikers, I expect my strikers, to be mentally strong. When you don't score in 6 games, when you don't score in 7 games, when you don't score in 8 games, I want to see your mentality. If you're complaining, then you don't need to be here. That should already tell you that is okay with Gyökeres not scoring goals in this football club. And again, it's a mentality thing with the manager too, with how he chooses to use his strikers. He makes them redundant. He makes them do every other thing, in the board than to be in the box. And again, when you check how Gyökeres scored the goal versus Chelsea, he was in the box because that's where he ought to be. That's where you want your striker to be. But he does every other thing than being in the box. So it is what it is. But again, it doesn't mean you still need to make those runs. You need to get in the box, position yourself quite well, and then those goals will come in. I hardly see him in the box situated in a very, very proper position to get the balls in. Pause.
Okay, so hold on.
Tony, what have I said that's any different to that, by the way? You're acting like I disagree with what you're saying. I agree.
No, because you always Rory, you've always done this. Because you would say, okay, it's because they're not passing the ball to him. And I'm trying to make this very clear. It's not about no one is passing to him. It's about he doesn't make the runs and he's not in the right positions. And mentally, he's not even, mentally, he's not strong enough. He's not, no confidence, bro. The confidence is fizzled out completely, bro. And we're going to suffer if we're not. I mean, we'll have to start looking at Kai Havertz coming in now, bro. Gabriel Jesus starting some games. How about that? No, I mean, no. No, let's be fair. And again, I'm drawing this back. I'm sidestepping and I'm taking what Josh said. Yes, let's see. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Yeah. What Josh said about Eze and Odegaard. Well, I want to see the same kind of bone being thrown at Odegaard. Yeah, he has to stay on the bench for a while and allow Eze to come on, bro. Yeah, exactly, bro. Let's make this a merit. Let's make this a meritocracy. Yeah, everyone who has merit, come play. If you have a good game, good. You play the next one. If you don't have in a couple of games, then you have to sit back on the bench. Let's do it by merit, bro. Because Eze, for about 6 straight games, man did not even play a single minute in the Premiership, bro. So let's make this a meritocracy, bro. So if Gyökeres is not fine on the under the circumstances, let's bring in Kai Havertz. Bro, come on, bro. Yeah, it's okay. Jesus, I mean, let's do this, bro. There's no need dancing about the bush with Gyökeres. That's not going to get us any goals, bro. Not in Forest, bro.
Yes, but Tony, there's nothing there that I have said differently. This is what I'm saying. But what is that? What correlation does that have to what you said earlier about me apparently defending Gyökeres after Saturday, right? And let's be honest, right? The fact you're bringing up Gyökeres and you've not said a peep about Martinelli, who's on more money, by the way. If that is Gyökeres in that position, guarantee you are ripping him to fucking shreds. I'm telling you now.
Do you know why? Because Martinelli's on double figures. Do the maths.
Gyökeres is literally our second top scorer. What are you talking
about? Bro, I don't care. Martinelli is on double figures. Do the maths.
Martinelli is on 180 grand a week, Tony.
Bro, I don't care. Martinelli Martinelli has outscored Gyökeres in the Champions League, bro. He has double figures, bro. And that's the guy we used to curse out.
Jesus is on 200 grand. Did worse than Gyökeres when he came on. Don't you agree?
Bro, you're making this about money. Why? It should be about quality. It should be about confidence. It should be about the person who's leading the line. You're making it all about money.
What quality?
You're making this all about money. And it's not all about money. It should be about the quality that we have. It should be about the confidence you have in front of goal. Why is he missing that? Why is he missing that clear goal scoring opportunity where he had with Murillo tailing him?
Answer my question.
Sorry. Now that Guehi is on 300k, right? That means that every time Man City must keep a clean sheet, right? Is that what it is? Now that Guehi is on 300k per week, it means that Man City keep a clean sheet, right?
He's not
the should not be your concern. Your concern should be what's going on the pitch. You're not the one paying those players, bro. Right? Martinelli is doing his thing and he's doing better than Gyökeres right now, and that's what matters, not what's earning in his bank account, as far as I'm concerned, bro.
Yeah, well, basically, all I'm saying is I'm not defending Gyökeres after Saturday.
No, you're making a point. I understand your point that Martinelli is earning 180 bags, right? He's supposed to be doing more than Gyökeres. I'm sure Gyökeres even ends close to that, if we're being honest with ourselves. But Gyökeres came to this club scoring 97 goals in 102 games. We did not expect to see 6 goals in 22 games, bro.
Yeah, and basically, all I'm asking Arsenal to do is change the flipping system. Well, not change it completely, but tweak it.
The guys are doing the best for him, man. And we're basically unlearning everything we've done in the past 3 seasons that we've done so well that kept us in second place for all this while, just to adapt to Gyökeres. And when he gets the chances, he doesn't score them. How much more do you want him to do? One-on-one in Nottingham Forest, he still missed out the chance.
Or play Kai Havertz and it actually works, but you know.
It doesn't work, though, does it? Let's be serious. Right, he's not even better than Marino up front. I already said that Marino's been our best striker this season.
Well, you just said he was a holding midfielder, so...
Yeah, and
Rory.
That says a lot, doesn't it? A holding midfielder being our best
Are you seriously
Yeah,
gonna
Rory, change a system that keeps us first without Gyökeres putting us up there. Yes, change a system that's kept us at the top of the Champions League. Yes. Change a system that is already putting us in the finals of the Champions League with Gyökeres just scoring only 1 goal. Yes. Rory, good. No, that's good. Clap for Rory, people. Clap for Rory. Yeah, change the system. Yeah, that's keeping us at the top. Yeah, in all this stuff without Gyökeres scoring even up to 15, 15 goals. Really? Is that what we're doing now? Clap for Rory, people. This has to be some superb out of space shit.
I'm about to fucking explain it to you if you actually let me speak, right? Look at Man City, right? The season before they brought in Haaland, they won the league. What did they do? They changed the system to benefit Haaland. What did they do the following season? They won the fucking treble. Right? What they've done after? They won a league title. So yes, you can flipping do it. You can tweak the system to benefit your own striker.
2 things.
That's the point I'm making.
2 things. You can change the system. You are right. However, I think there's a little bit of a difference between Erling Haaland and almost every other striker in the world, with the odd exception. You know, Erling Haaland is world class. He's in a league with very few others. I think the other thing is we have actually seen a tweak to the system. If you look at our patterns of play, they are much more left-sided this season than they were previously. That suits Gyökeres, and our through balls are much higher. So while I still think we can look to find him quicker, particularly in transition, he also, as everyone has said, in fairness, I don't think anyone has not said this, is that he does have to improve his movement. It has been lethargic at times. Yes, there are examples where he hasn't been found, but there are countless examples where he's not been where he should be, and he knows that, or he has been too slow making that movement. But I think the system has been tweaked this season, but I think there are differences between almost every striker on the market this summer and Erling Haaland.
Yeah.
By the way, welcome, Seb.
Yeah, and look, this is the thing, right? About, and last thing I'll say on this before we move on to Seb, because I know he's been waiting patiently, right? One thing I will say: how many strikers have failed under this manager? Aubameyang, Lacazette, to Nketiah, right? To Gabriel Jesus.
Bro, none of those guys have the profile of Gyökeres coming into this football club. Gyökeres is coming in here as an assassin, as a bagsman. None of those guys were coming in here as a bagsman, people. Nketiah, no, not a bagsman, no. Lacazette, no, not a bagsman, bro. Aubameyang was the only batsman who came into this football club, and he didn't stay in the first 2 seasons he came on. So what are we talking about? Gyökeres came in here with a different profile. He's a bagsman, bro. He has to do bagsman stuff.
So
Lacazette was player of the season under Emery before Arteta came in. What are you talking about?
Under Arteta, Aubameyang was the Golden Boot winner with Salah and Mane.
Because
the 20 season. The next season he scored 15.
Aubameyang wasn't the Golden Boot winner, by the way. He wasn't. He wasn't that season. He was the Golden Boot winner the season before. That was the season where he won the Golden Boot. Not in Arteta's season where he won us the FA Cup. He finished second behind Jamie Vardy, I believe.
Melina.
So, like, that's totally false. But what I'm saying is, it's a continuous cycle of strikers under this manager that have failed. That's basically all I'm saying. Right? And then you look at Gyökeres, and how many times are we actually going to blame strikers before we actually look at the real issue here? And that is the fact the manager cannot get the best out of Victor Gyökeres or any striker, because his system isn't built round a striker, and that's all I've said. It's not me bum-licking Gyökeres or anything like that. It's the fact. It's the fact of the matter that he just can't get the best out of strikers. Simple.
Don't play him then.
What do you mean don't play him?
If you don't play a striker, play either Marino or Havertz there. Because
No.
according to you, Marino's a
because I
holding
think
midfielder.
Yeah.
Under any other manager,
I don't know how
under
you've
any
seen.
other manager, he scores at least. Right now, I'm saying 15 goals he scores hypothetically under another manager.
And that still wouldn't be good enough. That's I'm on it. That still
What,
wouldn't be
at
good.
this point of the season, 15 goals wouldn't be good enough.
Oh, I thought you meant over the whole season, to be fair.
No,
but
not over
look,
the whole season, but right now, in this period, he'll be on 15 goals under another manager that can actually get the best out of a striker.
Anyway, as I was saying, right, I don't know how you can look over the last 12 months, right, and say that if we played a midfield of Marino, Zubimendi and Rice, that is a holding midfield, 3 holding midfielders over the lot. How can you look over the last 12 months where Marino's been up front or a box crasher, Declan Rice has played further forward than a 6, and then we've got Zubimendi who's a bit all over the place, to be fair. How can you sit there
You
and
said he
say
was
that
great
he's...
not long ago.
What?
you said he was great not long ago.
No, he's all over the place in terms of his positioning. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's what
I agree with you, Thom.
Oh, okay, fair
I
enough.
agree with you.
How's that 3 holding midfielders then?
What do you
It's-
mean 3 old?
You say
Even Marino was scoring in this system before we totally changed everything. And now no one can get goals no more. Bro, Alvarez, a backup dancer to Erling Haaland, got 17 goals in his first season. Playing as a backup dancer to Erling Haaland, bro. He comes to the system, he scores 20 goals easy. Easy, bro.
Alvarez.
Easy. Alvarez scores 20. Easy. If as a backup dancer is scoring up to 17 goals in a season,
Yes,
when
Tony.
Erling Haaland was there and was benched almost all the whole time.
Tony, he scored
You
one
can't tell me about this Gyökeres stuff, bro. It's over. The experiment is over.
Bro.
Let's go win ourselves some league titles, bro.
Right, firstly, on the last show, you said we should be splashing 100 million on flipping Semenyo, and then now you're saying, yeah, let's bring in Alvarez, who scored 1 goal in 10 games. Great idea.
Bro. So wait. Are you now saying Semenyo is a bad player now? He had a stinker against Man United. That makes him a stinky player. Really? Is that what we're doing?
You said we should be splashing 100 million for him.
Wait. So what? No, I want to know. What are you saying? Are you saying Semenyo is not of the ilk of an Arsenal player? Is that what you're saying?
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah, then that comment doesn't make sense. That statement doesn't make sense. We do know that the left-hand side in our team, we do know that that's a problematic area. Martinelli is not getting the kind of goals we want from him. Trossard, almost the same thing. So if we have a Semenyo who comes there, who could also play on the right and flip it up on the left-hand side in some incendiary spaces, he could even come in from the middle of times. We've all been complaining that, hey, through the middle, we have nothing coming up, walking up there. He plays across these positions. He could help our team. But again, it is what it is. I mean, with Arsenal fans, yeah, it's hard, bro. It's hard. The clearest thing for us to see. We don't want to just say the truth about that.
Let me ask you this. Is he worth 100 million, Semenyo, to you? 100 million?
Bro, that's an overreach. We were talking about forcing a move. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about it. The conversation is quite different from if he's a 100 million player. Is he a 100 million player? No. But in terms of forcing the conversation, as at the time we had that conversation, forcing the conversation about bringing him to Arsenal, I would say, yeah, throw that money away. Yeah. How about that?
100 million on Semenyo. Are we taking the piss?
Bro, that's the price of players in the market, bro.
How much did Man City buy Semenyo for?
Real Madrid once evaluated Vinicius Jr. as 300 million.
And is he
What are we
worth
talking
300?
about, bro? We are at that time where players are being overinflated, bro.
Okay,
If you can get a player's prime years out of them, then I don't really think it matters what the fee is. Like, if you look at Declan Rice, for example, we spent 100 million on him, but we've got an outstanding player with brilliant years on him, and he's been superb and world class since he's joined. So, if you paid a high price and they perform and they give good years, like I'm looking at Tino Livramento. Yeah, apparently Newcastle wants 60 million euros for him, right?
don't really need
to
him,
me,
do we?
no, to me, if Ben White leaves, then yeah, I think we should be all over that deal. To be honest with you, and
Rory, Sebastian has been here. Please let him get some. Let him get some.
Sorry, we'll move to Seb anyway.
Man.
I don't know where AT's gone, to be honest. I think his Wi-Fi's crashed.
He's lost connection, Rory. He's messaged me
that's
so he can't get connection.
Oh shit. But yeah, we'll move on to Seb. Big up to you, mate, for coming on. Would you make of the game overall at the weekend? Would you say it's a point gained, or would you say it's 2 points dropped, considering the circumstances?
I think we got away with that one only because of the other results. But let's not actually fact over the fact that that was an awful performance. And now it's 2 games in a row now where we've had the chance to really pull clear of this league, and we're just not doing it. And it's the same problems. It's because of the attack, problems in attack. And his manager is far too conservative, way too conservative. Because that was no different to what I saw against Liverpool. No different. Yes, we dominated most of the play. Yes, we limited them to no shots on target. But in that second half, did we really show enough urgency, really try to win that game? No, I don't think we did. No. Because what I honestly believe is this manager, as soon as it gets to 60 minutes, he was like, you know what, let's just get out of here with 0-0. And you can see it with his substitutions. The fact that he's bringing Moreno, a DM, on before Eze, just says all you need to know. I have no idea. But reality is, that was a woeful performance. And games like that will matter come the end. It may not matter now because of the circumstances, but they're going to matter come the end. City are going to win next week and then they're going to kick on. They're not going to stay like this. We need to get our act together because the 2 games, they weren't a title-winning performance. A team that wants to win the league, they're not showing me that. Liverpool, there for the taking. No Salah, no Isak, no Ekitike. Can we put in that? Forest, 17th in the league. Look at what they've been through this season. There was even rumours that their fans have had enough of Sean Dice. Elanga's gone. Chris Wood not there. And they took off their average striker for like a academy guy. It just shows you all you need to know. And when you go for titles, when rivals slip, you have to take it. Doesn't matter how far you are, you take it. So this title will be out of sight. Because I honestly do believe if we're going to win this title, we have to pull right away. And 7 points is not enough because it only takes a couple of games for it to all change. It's not enough. We could have been 9, 10, 11 clear. And then, because if we do that, City will be like, you know what, let's leave it. They will pass up. But no, we kept them right in it. We just kept them in it. And they will honest. Do you honestly think they'll be afraid saying, you know what, I don't think we can catch that lot? Of course they won't. If we won those 2 games against Liverpool and Forest, they would have been. And if you actually analyse the picture properly, when we ever have a chance to really make a statement to this league, have we done it? No.
Aston Villa, maybe.
Aston Villa.
Yeah, that's probably
But we didn't at their place. And plus, at Chelsea, when we were down to 10 men, no. Liverpool, both times, no. Forest, no. We've not really made a statement. Not really.
Yeah.
This is what title
maybe against Leeds. Would be Leeds. Well,
our second game. Yeah, but come on, Liverpool was the time to make the statement. Liverpool was the time to make the statement. We didn't because of this silly manager's conservative approach. The league is there to go and grab. And I'm telling you now, I honestly do not think it's the players that will potentially cost us. It's the manager with his conservative tactics. And he's not utilising the attack properly. He's got loads of options at his dispense. He's not using it properly. A top manager uses it properly, wins games, gets the league out of sight, because I want to pull away. I want to win it early and then potentially go on and win more competitions. Think about that. Because if you get this league out of sight, you can focus more. You can focus later on in the Champions League. You can focus on getting our FA Cup back.
Seb, though, our advantage literally increased over the weekend. At the
Yes,
top of the
okay.
table,
Yes, okay. Really?
One
point.
Do you not think our statement that you keep talking about, the statement would be that we are 7 points clear of the league, and it would take it would take a 3-game swing for anyone to catch us right now.
Well, the fact is, it's 2 games in a row where we've not done it. It's 2 games in a row against teams that are there for the taking. They're not.
Okay, so when we've put pressure on Manchester City, then have they caught up on us then? Because
they will eventually do it. They will do it. This is when they kick on, and I know they haven't so far, but they are capable of doing it. It's Pep still. It's Haaland. They are still capable of doing it. And they will beat Wolves next week, and then they will kick on, and they're still capable of putting together a run of 10 wins on the bounce. I'm not all in this. Oh, I don't think they'll do it. I still fear they'll do it. They'll be desperate to get that title back. But the thing is, this is ours to win. It's ours to there and go and grab. Make sure you grab it. Make sure you kid off games. Make sure when the opportunity is there, you walk through it. Like Liverpool, when they won both their titles last season and in 2020, they walked through. Every time an opportunity was there, bang, they were there. Bang. We yet to do that. And
yeah,
this
but
is what we have to do.
Seb, like, you can sit there and say, "Oh, City have the quality to catch up with us all they like because they've done it over the recent years." But how much money they spent in the last 12 months? They got a completely different squad.
We've spent more than them.
Yeah, they've got a completely different squad. They've got a completely different squad.
Doesn't matter. It's still Pep. It's still Haaland. It's still good enough to do it.
So hold on. So
they've got a different squad because
and plus they've added. They've got Semedo and they've got Gehi. They've added. And we're not likely to add. So that's only going to push you on. Sometimes it can be January signings that can push you over that line. Remember when we went invincible? We did it with Reyes. He scored so many important goals. And if we didn't sign him, we don't go invincible.
So if relying on the manager and one player is sustainable,
it's
then
2 players, Semedo and Gehi.
No, Haaland. You keep talking about Haaland as if they're a one-man team.
They're not a one-man team, but he's the best striker. He's by far the best striker in the league. No other striker. Well, Isaac, you can probably. He's gone. He's injured. Probably Isaac is the closest.
Seb. We have to admit. Yeah, I understand where you're going to, and I get it. I completely get it, bro. But I also see where Thom is coming from too, because as it is right now, I have this belief that teams will drop points. This is a very competitive league. Yeah, I mean, let's don't get it twisted. Yeah, we ought to take the chances. With those drop points against Liverpool, against Nottingham Forest. But I'm also a big proponent. Even Thom too spoke about this on our show together. We will drop points. It's a competitive league. at the end of the day, because Man City is dropping points to the likes of Brighton. I mean, Manchester United, no one thought that would actually, be resurrected from the dead.
If we don't improve these performances,
teams, no matter how good you are, I mean, you're going to drop points. Even Wolves is taking a piss at football clubs right now, people. Wolves took a 0-0 draw against Newcastle, bro. I mean, make it make sense. That's the team at the bottom of the league. See, it's high stakes, high rewards. This league is the most competitive in the world. We are going to draw points, but I do accept that we should be able to, take the chances whenever we can.
If you want to win leagues, you cannot have too many slips. You can't.
I get that, bro.
You can't. And the fact is, I want to actually see us walk through that door when the chances. I want to see, because I want to be on here saying, I'm very confident with winning this league. I'm loving it right now. Yes, my chest is out there. I want to say it. I'm not there yet. I would have been if we won.
But wait, people, yeah. But see, Seb, yeah, because Dom said this last week when we had a show, yeah. But why are we not really talking about teams, these other teams, yeah, stepping up this season? I mean, we're completely just saying, hey, Arsenal should be winning games, City should be winning games, Chelsea should be, bro. I'm looking at these other teams, and I think they're really stepping up. They're really stepping up. Everton is stepping up, bro. This same Nottingham Forest went down to Anfield and beat them 3-0. So why are we not really talking about how these teams have actually stepped up the season, though? No, I'm just bringing something to the argument. I'm not saying that that's correct, but I'm just saying maybe these teams, yeah, are that competitive this year. Maybe, just maybe, that's why they're making these bigger clubs look like clowns. How about that?
The Nottingham Forest, they also lost to Wrexham. City still went there and won. Everton went there and won. We can go on. This is not the same Nottingham Forest as they were last season, because last season we're a good team. Now it's completely all messed up there. They've had 3 different managers this season, and they're still not firing.
I hear that's true.
In the league, 17th. You cannot be dropping points to a team 17th in the league.
I don't think anyone's saying that like this was a good result for Arsenal, right?
No.
Everyone says the performance wasn't great, the attacking options weren't there, right? But Tony's point, and I think it's a really valid one, is that essentially this is a league where at times every team will make a slip up. You're exactly right. You can't slip up too many times. But the reality is,
I've had 7 slip ups this season. There's too many at this stage.
Well, it's not.
Maybe not. Because
hang on. Sorry. Just on the point of factuality here, we're only 1 point behind where Liverpool were at this exact stage last season. Secondly, we're still 7 points ahead. And I think there are issues with every team in the league. There are most seasons. The anomaly is seasons where like Liverpool and City both went to the 100-point mark. But just also very quickly on a point of fact, Manchester City have spent more than us, by the way.
They have not. No.
Well, they have. It's an undoubted fact.
How much money did we spend last summer? How much money did we spend?
Manchester City have spent more than us in both the last 18 months and since Arteta became manager.
No. Definitely no. Only Chelsea have spent more than us since Arteta. Only Chelsea have.
Nope. We're sick.
Yes.
Nope, we are
Only
sick.
Chelsea. We've spent more money than City.
No, we're not.
We've spent more money than Real Madrid. We've spent more money than Liverpool.
We are sick.
Bro.
We are
only
sick.
Chelsea.
Man is angered, is vexed.
We are the sixth in English Premier League spending. Total spend. We are sick. Spurs have spent more than us. Chelsea have spent more than us.
Oh yeah, Tottenham as well.
Liverpool have, and Manchester City
have.
No,
Liverpool haven't.
They have.
They've not spent more than us. No,
Seb, they have. They have.
They have.
Factually, we've checked it out, bro.
They've got things over the line. We're still yet to get these things over the line.
Okay. Let me just go through.
Yeah.
This is
over
in
the line, and then we can talk about spending. This is relevant.
Okay. You don't want to talk about spending, then accept that I'm right, that it's sick. We are sixth in total spend. Or I'll just go through it here because I have it in front of me. Chelsea, €2 billion.
Yes,
you don't want him to go through it, bro.
Manchester City second, 1.25. Manchester United third, 1.18. Tottenham are then ahead of us because they've just bought whoever they just bought the other day, and then it's us and Liverpool next.
By the way, AT, can I just say you're muted? You're muted still. I put it in the private chat whilst everyone was talking.
All I'm trying to say is when teams give you opportunities when you're in a title race, you have to walk through it. And twice we've not done it because the concerning thing is the pattern.
That's the truth.
It's the pattern. That's the concerning thing.
The pattern that's got us top by 7 points.
Yeah, I mean, both arguments are true, bro.
It's not.
You have to still feel what Seb is saying too.
But it's
it's dropped opportunity, bro.
To be fair,
it's dropped opportunity.
It should be about
It's still true. Everyone is saying the truth. It's the truth. Because I agree with Seb. I agree with Thom. I agree with Thom. Bro, I agree with everything. These arguments are crazy, bro. Because we have to be taking our chances, and that's the truth. But I do realize that we still do have to draw points anyway. You know, it's a competitive league. I do get that. But again, I mean, the two sides of the argument, and it's correct. You can't say this is wrong.
The manner in which we're dropping these points. We're not some of these games.
Yeah, okay, so a quick one, yeah.
Some of these
games. I've been talking about how Man City is so awesome. Tottenham that have been so crap, beat them in the Etihad, right?
But that was early in the season. That was early.
Last season they lost 9 games in the Premier League.
Who have?
This is Man City. This season they've lost 5 already, and are playing only 22 games. They don't have that fear factor anymore. This league is Arsenal's to lose.
It is ours to lose. It is ours to lose, but we haven't. It is ours to lose. I agree.
Right now, you are 7 points ahead. That's 2 wins and a draw. Man City would not just go over that point.
That is still catchable. They can still easily catch that. Of course they can. They can.
They still have Liverpool away. They still have Tottenham away. They still have Tottenham, yeah, but Tottenham is Man City is Tottenham's bitch. Last time I checked, they can so poor, but when they see Man City, they turn up. We all know that. They still have Chelsea away. They still have us. And when we play,
go there and win. We better
win. Don't give me a bloody draw and I'm good, man.
Oh, come on. Yeah, okay. Well, it depends how big the gap is, but we have to start going there and winning.
I think the reality
if you want to win titles, you've got to beat the best. And early this season, when City were not firing, what did we do? Again, we came up with this silly conservative approach, and it had to wait until they took off Haaland and everything for us to finally wake up. When the match was there.
Yeah, but didn't you watch that game well, Sam? And Pep had to go to haram football. He was scared of what we were going to do to him, and he had to start playing the defensive players. Pep hasn't done that before. But he saw the game, he saw how we were attacking them, and he had to go into Satan ball just to save that game for himself. And guess what? He didn't even get the dub because Martinelli scored a late goal.
Okay, cool. The
thing is, in fairness to Haaland, he was excellent against Exeter, to be fair.
And Seb,
he's got 2 golden boots.
If you want to say you got to beat the best to be the best, right?
You have to. Yes, you do.
We beat Aston Villa 4-1. They're currently third?
Didn't beat them at theirs. Didn't beat Liverpool this season. We should have done when they're rubbish.
Well, in the Champions League, what about Bayern Munich?
Yeah, but that's Champions League. We're talking about the Prem. And plus, this stage of the Champions League, all you really need to do is finish in the top 8. Then you're fine. But can we do it in the latter stages when it really matters? When you're getting so close to the trophy? That's
no. Seb. We went to the semi-finals. No. We went to the semi-finals of the Champions League last season, bro. No. We're not doing that, bro. We're not doing that. We went to the semi-finals of the Champions League last season, bro. We can still improve on that this season. We can still improve on that. We can still improve on that.
Wait, what do you say?
One at a time. I can't hear anything.
Well, what do you say? I can't hear you.
Yeah, no. You were talking about the Champions League. Can we do it in the latter stages, bro? We're just coming out from the semi-final of the Champions League, bro. Last season.
We want to go.
Bro, come on, man. I mean, don't just paint the old dark picture. I want
to go all the way. There's nothing.
Don't just paint it to be a total dark picture. you know, we've been to the semi-finals of the Champions League last season. This season we can improve on it. I still think that there's teams in Europe are clowns. So when we meet them, we're gonna smack them up. Martinelli will probably score more goals in the Champions League. You know, I'll put my money on that. You know, it depends. I'm more about the Premier League. I want to be king of England again. I want to taste that again. And I think that's what we should be looking at right now.
Trust me, I am not ready, and I'm not going to survive this summer if we do not win this league. I am not gonna survive myself.
You'll be all right, bro. Yeah, we're there 22 years.
Sorry,
you'll be very all right.
I'm not going to survive this because this is going to be the worst one ever. I'm not going to survive this.
Yeah, that's
I need
true.
this title right now. This will be worse.
No, what I would just say is that if we don't win the league this year, that has to give. That's all.
I'll never show my face again. And if we do not win this title, I can't do it.
I'm the same with Seb. Yeah, I've said it. This season, if we don't win this title, I'm quitting YouTube. If we don't win the title, I'm quitting YouTube, people. I'm serious, bro. I'm already there, bro. Eventually, I'm already there. I'm quitting YouTube if we don't.
Well, what I'm doing
what's the need of doing this, bro? What's the need when you don't win the trophies, bro?
We'll miss you, Tony. We'll miss you.
The thing is, what I'm doing right now, what I've been doing.
So that way, I'll be the only Tony, and I have to be 80 anymore.
What I'm doing right now is I'm calling out every single thing. You have to call me out now before it's too late.
I don't think it is too late. I really don't.
Call it now before it's too late.
I don't think it is too late.
It's not though.
Because
I don't think it is too late.
Because if we don't address these warning signs later on in the season, and they keep happening, we are going to fall short again.
I don't think we are going to fall short. I really don't. I think
we better not. Because trust me, if we do, I am not showing my face again. I cannot show my face again. If we do, I can't survive this summer. If we do not.
Don't worry, Seb. You'll be fine. Trust me. If you have waited 22 years, one extra year will hurt you.
Because the thing is, I'm hated so much around the place. Everyone's going to be on my case. Right, well, I'm hated so much.
Well, we like
but again, see, when someone like Sebastian is getting this thing off, I mean, it's not a joking matter, bro. It's not something people should just take a piss at and laugh at it, bro. Bro, it's blood, tears, and sweat. Bro, you're an Arsenal fan, bro. Bro, you're from Nigeria like me, yeah? Forget I brought up in England, brought up Finland, anyway. But see, at heart, I'm Nigerian. Bro, even in Nigeria, bro, I have Arsenal fans down there, crying, bro. Crying years after years, failure, bro. So I'm not gonna sit down here and tell another man how he's gonna, how he's gonna show his emotions, how he's gonna take things emotionally. Because some of us are emotionally attached to this football club, and the fact is that we're not winning anything.
We all are, right? We are in the trenches with Unai Emery. Arteta came into this club to give us an identity, right? He finished 8th, 5th. Then in 2023, something changed in the team. We were looking at it as going to win the Premier League.
They won the league at least twice.
Right. Then Saliba gets injured and we bring in Rob Holding to hold the door, like Hodder, but he could not. Right? And we saw what happened. The facts were there. We had the best team in the Premier League that season. We broke our own scoring record of 88 goals, right? But we had a terrible defense towards the end of the campaign. We drew West Ham, we drew Southampton, we drew Liverpool, and lost to Man City, and that was over. But we came second, right? Last season, 2 seasons ago was even crazier. We went to the final bloody day of the Premier League. So we have been trying. And we have been emotionally invested in this whole thing. Last season was just cow dung.
I mean, it's cool.
I mean, but trying doesn't put trophies on the table.
Give me a minute.
But trying doesn't put trophies on the table, though. We need to lift trophies, bro. We need to lift trophies, bro.
At the end of last season, right?
No.
We needed to address some issues, and we signed 8 bloody players.
Cool.
Despite the amount of injuries we have, we are still on top of the Premier League.
And why are we getting so many injuries, 80?
Yeah, why are we getting so many injuries? Why isn't
Well,
this happening in most other
you
places?
can't blame the manager.
You
Yeah,
can,
you can. Of course you
Is it
can.
happening to
Of
no
course
one
you
else?
can, because he's overplaying He's overplaying players when he doesn't need to do it.
Can-
When he
can
doesn't
we
need
just-
to be doing it. He doesn't need
they're
to.
not
He doesn't need to be
overusing
playing
injuries,
rights
though.
all this time. He doesn't need to be playing.
They're not overusing.
Josh is just
They
there,
are
like,
overused.
just win me the goddamn league and let me get out of here.
exactly, man. That's all we want, bro.
Even admitted.
That's what Josh is on right now, bro. He doesn't care about this argument. He's just like, just win me the goddamn league and let me get out of here, bro. I need my peace, man. I already have a lot going on.
Arteta already admitted the reason Saka didn't start is because he was carrying a niggle. And if that is the case, he is not. You do not play him tomorrow night. If that is the case,
Play who?
Saka.
Saka. If he's carrying a niggle, like Arteta said, you do not dare play him tomorrow night.
No, but it doesn't make any sense to play Saka, though.
He shouldn't have come on anyway if he has a niggle at the weekend.
No, is that But he's definitely not play tomorrow.
So I read somewhere that he was
If he's
ill.
starting, I'm telling you now, I'm gonna lose it. If he's
Well, it depends on whether Arteta's telling the truth on injuries because he doesn't.
I know he always lies too.
But can I just also go on to a point of fact that we don't, I think, and I might be wrong after the weekend, I don't think we have a single outfield player in the top 50 minutes played in the Premier League this season across the league. And I think, secondly, if you take out contact injuries and just go for muscle injuries, Arsenal are bang average for injuries in this season. So I think, you know, that is the fact on the injury situation, which doesn't tie up to the narrative
It's
that
the
is being
same type of
portrayed.
injuries: hamstring, thigh, groin, hamstring, thigh.
Yeah, but the difference now is that we have depth. We have depth now.
Cool.
Last season, when Saka got injured, when Havertz got injured, the Premier League was over.
Okay,
Right?
hey, can I ask you something? But where's our midfield?
Eze, ever since he made that mistake for that first goal, he's been completely banished out the side. Yet Odegaard is having stinker. He's still in that team. What's all this about?
Yeah,
Where's
I was going to ask you, right? Who's in our midfield depth?
Dear me. Soon as one. Ow.
What is it? I didn't hear you. What did you say?
In midfield, who do we have in depth? Can I just ask you that?
That's why I mentioned him.
Okay. Holding midfield, you have an experienced Logan that can fill in for Zubimendi at any point in time.
How many games has Norgard played this season?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, not much. Because midfield have been very fit. Rice and Zubimendi are minute monsters, right? It's a defender that will be suffering.
Okay, but that doesn't mean you play them every week.
No, of course.
No. But I mean, yes, you'll be able to bring in for
for some of that game against Forest. Of course you could.
I brought up the idea
every game.
I brought up the idea of Kobe Mainu, but
No, I want the idea of the rest.
well,
I want the
No. I mean, in midfield, we have depth. You have Merino, who is a good squad player.
Not good enough. It's certainly
not good enough.
He's a squad player.
here we go.
Everything has that.
Here we go again. Spain.
Yeah, no. Every team have a squad. Bro, let him get his team out, bro. Let him talk. Let him talk. Guys, let us talk, people. Yeah, bro. They ask you a question. Answer them, bro. Answer, bro.
For every position in the Premier League, we have two players. In midfield, on the right 8, you have Odegaard, you have Nwaneri. Eze can also play there. In left 8, you have Declan Rice, you have Merino. In 6, you have Zubimendi, you have Norgard. These are people that have the experience to do the job. Because when injuries come, it's like a plug-and-play type of thing. This season, we have lost Saka for extended minutes. We've lost Odegaard for extended minutes. We've lost Havertz. Havertz was not placed in the beginning of the campaign, but we are still on top of the Premier League because of the right level of depth that we have right now.
Yes.
Okay.
So we need to acknowledge that the team that we have is good enough to compete on all fronts. In the Premier League, we are on top. In the Champions League, we're on top. In the Carabao, we're in the semi-finals and we're about to go to the second leg. FA Cup, obviously, we're still progressing.
Yeah, and also
despite the number of injuries that we still have.
Killed off that game. We should never let Chelsea back in there. They're awful. Never.
It's all good. And see, Said that 3-2 is based on game state. If before the game started, they're going to tell you they're going to give you 3-2 and start for
Look who they have missing. Look who they have missing. Caicedo, Palmer, James. They're going to all be back for that second leg.
So
when you get the opportunity,
they have Palmer and James. Where are they in the Premier League? It's all the Palmer and Caicedo and James. Where are they in the Premier League? I think that's like behind us. Chelsea true, bro. 1-1. They were celebrating like as if they have won the Premier League. They went to go and lose to Leeds and Sunderland and some other crappy teams. They're not close to our level, bro. They're only that 3-2 was just because we allowed it to happen. And the Emirates were good enough to beat them up. Last time they beat the Emirates, was it not 5-0? We brushed them or something like that. So I'm good with that game, man. I'm good against Chelsea. It's just the truth.
Sorry, AT, but right. Okay, so when Chelsea have all these players back, Palmer and Reece James, all these really scary players, right? When was the last time they actually beat us with that super scary team?
The last 9 games against Arsenal, Chelsea has not even won us yet.
I know.
Exactly.
So Chelsea has a problem, actually, to be honest.
Where's Josh gone? Oh, he's probably had enough.
He just wants to win the title and get out of here, bro. He already has enough going on.
Whenever we were down in the dumps and Chelsea were on top, they used to come and spank us every week, especially
the last 9 games against Chelsea. They have not won us.
The same.
Don't
go and destroy. We're much better than them.
Bring data from this season and up new season. Don't even 1980 stuff, bro. The last 9 games Chelsea against Arsenal, they have not won us, but been brushing them very well. Then White even scored 2 goals in 5-0 win against Chelsea. Chelsea is not really a problem to Arsenal right now.
No, but we'll let them in. We'll let them in.
I agree with Seb on that.
We have to agree to that. We have to agree to that. We'll let them in. We give them a window of opportunity.
One at a time, guys, please. I can't hear what any of you are saying.
Yeah. So I was saying to Seb's point, I agree with Seb. At 3-1, we had the chance to make it 4 when Merino had that lovely chance, and that would have been game, set, and match, right? Even from that corner, Gabriel had a header that would have made it 4-1 as well. But yes, we allowed Garnacho in for 1 more goal. But we should not be bothered about Chelsea. Trust me. At the Emirates, they're going to get cooked. Our problem now is that Man City game in the final, because those guys are just crazy. Anytime they see us, they kind of turn up and whatnot. But we should not be bothered about Chelsea. Trust me, that's the least of our problems. They are not good enough.
No. It's not that we're not. But it's not about no one should be bothered about Chelsea. The thing there is when you go and score 3 goals at Stamford Bridge. I mean, game management should be employed into whatever you're doing. You should shut it down. And again, when we talked, when we talked about a squad depth, you mentioned Nordgaard. It's good you brought out that talk about Nordgaard. I expected Mikel Arteta when we were leading 3-1 to bring in Nordgaard, shut shit up, close the midfield, make it a little bit more tighter, because Garnacho was making those runs. Estavio was completely running through our midfield and trying to, get some dangerous shots off. So you need that squad depth now. But again, what did Mikel Arteta do? He didn't really bring in Nordgaard in there. I mean, just when you need him to do that defensive work, he doesn't do it when it's needed. And when you're leading 1-0, when you need him to pump up the fuel and pump up the action, I mean, he doesn't do it again. So you have to look at it from an outside argument, It is what it is. However, coming back to the Emirates, people, we've not lost at the Emirates. This is where I do agree with. We have not lost at the Emirates this season. I don't think it to be something. I don't think to be alien to say that Chelsea's not going to do shit at the Emirates when they come back.
But I think my only anger in that game was taking out Declan Rice. If you were to take out Declan Rice, you had to bring in someone like Nordgaard, not Kai Havertz. It was either Havertz or Gabriel Jesus, right? One of them would have been okay in the attack, but bringing the two of them and taking Havertz to midfield kind of made us, a bit light in midfield, and that was when Garnacho scored that second goal. So we actually messed up there.
Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
what were you thinking Nacho score?
I mean, Tony, I was going to ask you, right? Did you just call AT at, by the way?
Well, it's at.
Well, like at.
All about Arsenal. They're shortened it.
No, but you said at. So
Okay, maybe I. When the hit of the moment, bro. So
And we are cooking right now. I know when you cook, you should allow the ingredients coming. So it's gonna be 80 or at. You're still cooking. Okay, our goat is back. Welcome, goat.
welcome.
I went to get some popcorn, 18, man. I went to get some popcorn.
Yeah, guys, we're going to move on. We're going to move on anyway to the Inter Milan game tomorrow. Obviously, this game means nothing really because we only need like 2 points to secure top spot. I think this is the perfect time to sort of rotate in this sort of game and then obviously play full strength against Man United. But knowing Arteta, we'll go full strength tomorrow, which would be unfortunate because if we pick up any major injuries, then it's curtains. But yeah, we'll move to we'll go to Thom first because I know you've not seen a lot, to be honest with you either. So yeah, what did you make of the game tomorrow against Inter, and what changes would you make?
Oh, I thought we were already on to Chelsea next week. We've been here that long. Yeah, it's an odd one, isn't it? Because, we need one win to secure top 8. Mathematically, we need 1 point. I think it's to secure top 2, and that's going to be really important. But I think we're all expecting to be Carrot at home, regardless of almost what side we put out. Be important to get that one right mentally, but you'd expect to win that game. And therefore, as you rightly say, in some ways, it doesn't matter tomorrow. I don't necessarily think Mikel Arteta will see it that way. And I certainly don't think the players will see it that way. They want to win this game because they're competitive people. And I think it won't be a full rotation side. I'd be surprised if it is. But we've seen in the League Cup more rotation we expect. We saw in the FA Cup more rotation than Arteta's done before. And they were the right decisions, by the way. But they did surprise us. So you never know. But I think I'd be making multiple changes this one. I definitely don't want to see Ben White on the pitch. I think 4 games in however many days it is, 10, 11 days, is going to be a big ask for him, given his injury or recent injury history. So I'd like to see him come out. Miles Lewis-Skelly at left back. I think you're probably going to see the 2 centre backs as per, because Mosquera's only just come back. I doubt he's fit to start. But hopefully he can. Hopefully he can come on for one of them midway through the game. And I don't think Hincapié and Calafiori are back yet. Well, as I keep saying, he's injured. So, but I think you probably want to rest one of Rice or Zubimendi in midfield. I'll be surprised if it's 2 of them, but certainly one. But it may go Norgard Moreno. But I think this is basically a chance to make lots of changes. As I said at the weekend, I'd have gone Eze rather than Odegaard in the 10, and I'd have gone Odegaard in this one. I think Odegaard. This is the type of game where I think he sort of. You'd expect him to thrive because he's not played brilliantly in the last couple of games. He sort of needs to step that up, as we've been talking about. But, I think given he played against Forest, I'd like to see Eze starting the 10. So I'd see a lot of changes personally, but I just don't think it will be. I think it will be a tough game for Arsenal, which is, I think I said it when the draw was made, I think this is Arsenal's toughest game. Obviously they and Bayern are the best 2 sides, but this one's away, and therefore I think that makes it tough. The other thing Arteta will consider here is momentum. Do you lose some momentum? I know we're coming off the back of a draw rather than a win, but we've lost once in the last 30-ish games, something like that. You don't want to go into Manchester United having lost it, but as I say, for me personally, I think rotation is as much as possible is the key. I'd like to see 4, 5, 6 changes. I think that's a realistic number and probably the top end of what we'll see, but ultimately it all comes down to Carrot for me. But okay, great if you can win it here, but I think you can rotate against Carrot and do it. So I'm not too worried about tomorrow's game. For me, Manchester United's the important one on Saturday, but you still don't want to lose this game, obviously.
What would your score prediction be?
It's really hard to say because I don't know what the side's going to be. My gut feeling
Yeah.
is Inter Milan will win it 2-1. I'm pretty sure that's what I said in tomorrow's preview.
Oh,
Apologies
really?
if that's different, but I think 2-1 Inter. Sorry, not Arsenal.
I didn't see that coming. Tom, we were saying going into this game, what changes would you make?
Well, I mean, I said earlier, after talking about the Forest game, you know, tomorrow's a good chance for some other players to come in and kind of make a statement, say that, you know, I should be playing against Manchester United on Sunday. Players like Eze and others as well, like Lewis Skelly's another one. And yeah, I think other players that can come into this game, you know, Norgard can come in, Marino as well. You could probably look at Mosquera if he's fit and ready to go. I'd give Kepa these last 2 Champions League games as well because I don't really want him playing in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. So that really does limit game time for him. So I'll probably stick with Kepa for these Champions League games. And yeah, I mean, as for Inter, you know, it's at the San Siro. Josh, your Serie A knowledge is much better than mine. I can't say that I've been following it all season, but apparently it's competitive, and I'm assuming if it is competitive, then Inter Milan are probably up there. Could be wrong, but I'm
They're
guessing
top, mate. Top of the
they're
list.
top. Yeah, so there you go. Serie A, I know it definitely was competitive. I don't know because it's been a little while since I've checked, but yeah. It's not going to be an easy game away at the San Siro. Inter Milan are obviously playing well, and yeah, for me, if we can win it, then it would be great because I think if we win it, then we go 8 for 8 in the Champions League, which is a very strong. It's a statement, by the way, a statement. And yeah, I think score prediction. I can see it going either way, but I'm going to say 2-1 Arsenal, mate.
Josh, what about you? Although I think most of us.
Oh yeah, and sorry,
that you're here.
Before
are you need to go, Tom?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Big up Tom, man, every time.
Yeah, just quickly, what's coming up on your channel?
Videos and content, right?
Have a good evening. Have a good evening, Tom. Class as always, mate.
You too. Go and subscribe to the 14th Canon. Self-promoting. Yeah, up the link. Right,
yes, Tom.
Fuck you. Get off. Yeah, Josh, although most of us have forgotten that you're on the panel tonight, no disrespect, but what do you make of the game coming up tomorrow, and what changes would you make?
Yeah, I think it's going to be really difficult tomorrow. I feel like, especially with the rotated players, I do think we do have to rotate, to be fair. And that's credit to us for the position that we got ourselves in. You know, 6 wins in 6. We've been ruthless in the Champions League. You know, we've had some great moments. And I think tomorrow will be, I know Tom just said it, but would be a really big statement to go away from home against a very good side. You know, they had a very tough start to the season. Obviously, they got a new manager now, so no more Inzaghi. And he had to have time to adapt, and they lost like the first opening 3 games, but now they've really picked up their form, top of the Serie A. You know, they've got quality all around the pitch. Their goalkeeper, Sommer, Bastoni, of course. DeMarco has been phenomenal this season for them. Some of the key players are missing. They're going to have no Dumfries, which I think would be key because I remember last year he gave us a really good game. So he's and Chanaloglu as well is going to be missing. So they're going to have. But even in the midfield, they've got, like, you know, Brella. They've got Zelinski's came in there, and he's been really good, this Polish guy for them. And then, of course, like their attack as well with like Laturo. He's got like 15 goals in all competitions now, so he's really picked up his form. He's found the net in the recent games as well. And they've also got like this young striker called Esposito as well, 20 years of age. Proper, really talented player as well. So Inter got quality all around the pitch, man, and their manager's getting it right for them. I know in the last couple of games in Champions League, like obviously Liverpool beat them, didn't they? At San Siro as well, Sobosai goal. But I mean, if you look into the game, I think Inter got like 2 injuries in the first 20 minutes anyway, and that kind of ruined their momentum a little bit. So yeah, man, they're a very good side. It's going to be a very difficult game, but thankfully we're in a very good position. 18 points right now as well. So I mean, these last 2 games we can afford to rotate, and I feel like the pressure's off us a little bit. Whereas Inter, like, if you look where they're 6th right now, between 6th and like 15th, there's like 3 points to get top 8. And I feel like Inter will be motivated to get top 8, you know, because it's massive for a team like that. You don't want to be afford to play in playoffs, especially when Inter got to play in the Serie A for the title race as well. So they're going to be up for it, man. And their last game is Dortmund away as well. So they've got 2 very difficult games. So they're probably going to go pretty strength, to be honest, against us.
They're going to need to, aren't they? I was just looking at the table, Josh. You're spot on.
Yeah.
And I actually didn't realise our goal difference, by the way. I think we've pretty much done it, by the way, because our goal difference is plus 16. Yeah. Liverpool were the only ones that can sort of make us drop out. It's plus 3. So, but yeah, I mean, Inter, they have a tough ask getting in that top 8. So you're exactly right. There's their motivation for it tomorrow. Whereas for us, you know, we've pretty much done it, and which is why I think we probably all agree it's the game against Manchester United the weekend is the priority.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's the main priority. There's this big Man United game, but obviously, like, I think Thom, you said it about to win this game for the momentum as well. I think could be key, or to get a result could be key, because you know we've came off the back. I think the mood's quite low around the fans and off, and a bit underwhelming, a bit disappointing after the Nottingham Forest game. And I think the last thing we want is obviously losing tomorrow night, going into that Man United game. I feel like that could affect the momentum a little bit. I get we're going to rotate in all of this, but I just feel it'd be, on the flip side of it, it could be a huge statement, as I said, to go away from home against a very good Inter side, you know, to make another big win in Europe as well. And like what Seb said earlier, I agree with as well. Like, this is just a league phase. It's credit to us because we've done superb to win all our games. We've played some really good football. We've had some great nights already, and I get it. It's all going to matter when it really matters in the knockout stages. You know, we saw Liverpool win this league phase last season. PSG happened, and then, you know, so this whole league phase is good, but hopefully we carry this on going into the knockout stages. But,
and conversely, PSG won it having been crap in the group stages.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they were that close getting knocked out of the whole thing, if you guys remember.
But the crucial thing for us, of course, is you've saved 2 games by getting in the top 8, and that's why it matters. But you know, you and Seb absolutely right. It's later on in the season that will matter.
Yeah, no, exactly. So team lineup wise, I kind of agree what you guys say, and I think Eze's got to be in there, no doubt about it. I would love to see Ethan Nwaneri get a start personally. I don't think he's going to do it because he didn't play him against Club Brugge when he had the opportunity to. So would he do it really against Inter?
Is he still in this football club?
Say it again.
Is he still in this football club? Josh, it's a rhetorical question. I mean, you don't need to answer that.
No. So basically, apparently,
I'm just asking if Nwaneri is still in this football club. I mean, you talked about Nwaneri. I mean, someone said Nwaneri. I mean, I want to see Nwaneri play. I mean, is he still in this football club?
No, mate.
Okay. I just wanted to know because, I mean, maybe I'm not being updated about what's going on in the football club. I mean, I just need to know.
We should probably be starting ahead of some of these guys.
Yes, Seb. Go on, Seb. You tell them. Go on, son.
Nwaneri is on course for 1,000 minutes this season, to be.
Deary me.
Wow. Whoopie do.
But yeah.
Big up to the Waffle Don in the charts, my guy.
Yeah, Waffle Don, abs, big up abs in the building, man. He's a real one. Yeah. But yeah, Eze's got to be there for me. The strikers will be. Who did you guys say for the strikers again? Like, who goes up front for you?
Jesus.
Jesus, yeah.
Yeah, Jesus for me. Jesus for me.
Okay. Everyone's saying Jesus. Tony, what about Havertz?
Yeah. Is he ready?
See, you know what? Yeah. I have just like what we said together on our show together, Josh. Yeah, we need to use these players sparingly, mostly the ones coming back from injury. I mean, you remember you talked about Benjamin White, playing, want to see him keep playing, and Kapi is out injured. Yeah, Calafiore is out injured. We have to tread carefully. These are lines we don't want to cross. Yeah, right now. We don't want to cross these lines. We still have a goddamn league to win. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we need to make sure that these players that have questionable things lingering all around them about their fitness levels, we need to be very careful how we toss them around and and put them in this team. So hence, Jesus starts since Havertz is just coming back from this long-term injury that needed lots of, nursing him into the team, bringing him back, failed in rehabilitation, came back healed again, came back again. So we have to be very careful. Same thing with Benjamin White. Was okay after a while, went back to rehabilitation, knocked out again, came back again. So we have to be very careful with these players that have this questionable injury things lingering around them. So as for me, if you ask me, let's start with Jesus, and then Kai Havertz can come in and feed up the scraps in that game against Inter Milan.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Jesus up front. Martinelli probably on the win because the Champions League he seems to thrive. I think he's got in every
There's
single
more
game,
space,
isn't
isn't
he?
there?
That's the thing, isn't it? That's the thing compared to the Premier League.
But I'm sorry, that chance he missed was unforgivable.
No, it was. Yeah, no, I'm not denying that. But this is what we're saying him in the Premier League. So
It's Royocracy's fault, though, isn't it?
I mean, does anyone want to see Kepa get a Champions League berth?
Who?
Kepa.
Sorry?
Does anyone want to see Kepa have a Champions League berth? Because we need Raya. We need Raya for that Manchester United matchup, bro. We need him a lot.
Yeah.
We need Raya for the second there. Kepa was flapping in that Chelsea game.
I agree, yeah.
Flapping.
I would play Raya in the second leg as well, which is why I play it's why I play Kepa in these two Champions League.
So the last
games.
two,
I'll do the same.
Exactly, man. We need him a lot. And this is where you need an experienced manager to kind of shuffle the deck.
Yeah.
This is where the experience should count, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that, bro. The experience should count now. Arteta is not a baby coach. He's not a baby manager again. I mean, he's been to the semi-finals of a Champions League. I mean, he's led us to 3 back-to-back title challenges. The experience should be there right now, isn't it? These games, I mean, we don't need these games. I mean, I was looking at the transcript of what he said in the presser for this matchup against Inter Milan. Man is saying that this is a big opportunity. Arteta, what? Opportunity? What? This man is gonna get our players injured, bro. Keep them, bro. You don't, bro. See, even in life, we need to know when you to go to war. I need to know when to lay down the arms and just say, hey, I mean, no more wars, yeah? We live to fight another day. Arteta, we live to fight another. We don't need to go to war with Inter Milan. It's not an opportunity for anything, yeah? Let's keep the players fresh and ready because Manchester United have a resurgence. Ahmad is, this came back from AFCON, it's flying, it's looking good. Mbeumo came back from AFCON flying, looking good. I mean, we need to keep the energy levels and fitness-wise of this team ready for that matchup in the weekend. Because I don't want no Devils winning against us.
No.
At the end. I don't want no Devils winning against us.
That not happen.
I bind and cast all demons, bro.
Better than
bro, we don't need no Devils winning. So,
the fact is, Man United are still awful. They are rubbish. And I'm not fooled by that Manchester Derby win. They are rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. They're the only team with a reason the only way we will not win that game is because of our conservative approach.
Yes,
sir. We're only going to be the one stopping this. Man United ain't going to do anything. They're poor. But if we let them and we don't kill it off and we let them come at us with this conservative, pragmatic approach that we have seen in big games this season, we are not going to win. And then the gap will be that down to 4 points. And then I'll be straight back on here saying the same thing, worse, saying I told you so.
Yeah, can I just say as well, right? Apparently, Tony, your mic is going mad.
They're not a
Like,
good
there's
team
people in the
anymore.
chat telling me that your mic's all over the place. Man, is that Tony or Daft Punk?
By the way, very quickly, has anyone seen the Brighton equaliser tonight? What a goal!
No, who scored?
Absolutely. Oh God, I don't know. Well, it was the Greek fella from Brighton.
Oh yeah.
Why aren't we scoring? Well, why aren't we scoring goals like that? We've gone 2 games in a row without scoring.
Well, it's an absolute worldie. It's a bicycle kick in the area. You don't score them every week.
So sometimes to win titles, you need a little bit of magic.
Well, we did get magic. We've had it. What did Eza do against Tottenham?
And then why has he been nowhere to be seen?
Yeah, I agree. I would have
And
seen
whose
him
fault
play.
is that? And whose fault is that?
Well,
Right,
it's obviously the manager he picked.
right, there you go. Come on,
What do you
baby.
mean? There we go.
There you go. What was
Why are
that?
you there? You going me? I'm agreeing with you.
You still don't. You still don't.
I just literally did.
There you go.
Heated debates, bro.
Oh my
There I
Something else.
go.
What did Martin Keown say? To win their titles, you need a little bit of magic and a little bit of that. And that's not happened. 2 games in a row now. No goal.
Well, yeah, I know. We got to certainly
I
got to
hear
do the
that,
attack,
bro.
as I said earlier. You know, we
Painful,
get high
bro.
combinations in attack, but Thierry Henry is back in this team all the way. By the way,
Yeah, he would do. Well, so am I. So am I. So is everyone else. So am I. But the
Yeah,
thing is, I am just picking up these points. We have to call it out now before it's too late.
I don't think it is too late.
Before it's too late. At the moment, it's probably not, but it will be if this continues later on in the season and we end up falling short, or City
we
end
are
up
going to fall
catching
short.
up with us. It will be.
Oh
I
my
don't think we
god!
will
I don't
fall
want
short.
This is what worries me.
I don't think you need to.
Yeah, guys, I don't actually have long left, so
Of course I'm worried.
yeah, we're gonna have to wrap it up soon. AT, just give us your quick score prediction, bro.
I'm worried.
1-1.
And which players would obviously rest as well.
Yeah, I just feel that because of the Nottingham Forest game and Man U in sight, he'll want to be very careful, right? So folks like AJ will come into the team. Of course, Merino will come in. Waneri will be on the bench. He's currently in a milk carton. We're looking for him, something like that. But I agree with Tony on Ben White. You know, the last time White started 4 games in a row, he was running for a counter attack and he lost his hamstrings. So I think you should just preserve him. But Miles Lewis Kelly needs to come and play some football. The guy has lost some form, he has lost some confidence, and he needs this game because Timber is going back to the left against Man United. I don't want to see Miles Lewis Kelly near Ahmad or Mbembo. He's going to get cooked, bro. You know, so this would be a good game to bring in some of those French players. So sad to see that Eze is actually one of the French players, but it's what it is. So we might not have enough to get a victory, maybe a 1-1 draw. And when we play Kairat Almaty in the final game, we smoke them like 5 and just finish in top place.
Seb, did you name your score prediction?
1-1.
good.
That one I
1-1.
said. Yeah, 1-1.
What were you saying, Seb?
I will still make a load of changes. I want we don't necessarily have to. We don't not necessarily have to win that game. We need a more important game is the weekend, and then of course our second team will definitely beat Carrot at least 7-0. So
Yeah.
I'll rest a load of players, and I do actually think Inter Milan will probably win 1-0. But if they do, I'm not going to lose too much sleep over it. As much as I can't stand losing, and I don't sleep if we don't win. But I won't lose too much sleep on this one. But what I need to see from this game, I don't want to see both our centre backs playing. One, fair enough, but not both. I do not want to see Ben White playing. I don't want to see Rice playing. I don't want to see Saka playing. Those pairs in particular need to come out of that team. Need to be rested.
Seb, who's going to play at centre half just out of interest? Because I'd like to see one rested
I
as well.
said
but can't
not
quite-
both. One of them, fine. I want
No, but who's going to be the other one? Sorry.
Mascara.
Do you think he's fit enough to start?
Yes, he was in training.
I don't think it's
Yeah, Mascara is fit. Is back fit, so he can play.
110%.
And again, Nordgaard can play.
Yes, of course he's
Nordgaard can play in center in center back. We shouldn't be people. Yeah, we shouldn't be risking any of our players in this game, bro. Nordgaard back center back. I have no problem with that, bro.
No, I mean, I was just interested because I'm not less worried about the centre backs. I'm more worried about the centre 2 midfield, which is where I play Nordgaard. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what he does. But that's why I was just wondering because I wonder whether Busquets is fully fit or not.
He's in the squad. He was training. He was fine. He was absolutely fine. He was on that bench against Forest. Of course, you start him.
Yeah,
guys, just quickly.
Yeah, and Arteta said that we're going to be missing only just 3 players. Of course, Calafiore, Nkapie, and he also mentioned, in his presser for this matchup against Inter, and he also mentioned the young kid. What's his name again?
Salmon.
Or Salmon?
No.
Max Dowman.
Max Dowman. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
what I meant. That's what I meant.
Mosquera is fit and is ready to play this matchup. So
He must start.
he is coming at a good time for us.
Vinny must start. Otherwise, what's
So
the
he's
team
coming
like?
at a good time for us.
Guys,
But again, people, we shouldn't even really be thinking about a win. We're totally forgetting that last season's unbeaten run was stopped by the same Inter Milan team. People, Kaloglu scored the penalty kick that actually ended our run that year. So I mean, it's not an embarrassment, losing to a team like Inter Milan.
I'd love to go on,
at
but
San Siro.
I've got to
No.
actually wrap up.
It was
It's like
never
20
a pen
past.
that time.
Yeah, Seb, just quickly, what's your score prediction?
Inter Milan will win 1-0.
Tony, what's your score prediction, bro?
I think they beat us 2-1, and that'll be due to the changes we're having.
All right, interesting. Yeah, guys, that's where we are going to wrap up because again, it's 20 past 10, and we've been going on for like 1 hour and 40 minutes. I'd love to go on because I'm sure you man have still got a lot of things to get off your chest, but we'll go around the panel. Dom, anything coming up on your channel? Daily shorts?
Yeah, there'll be a daily short. Tomorrow's obviously the preview of the game, and we'll see what the rest of the week takes us. But I had one out today, which is, I think, a little bit interesting on the sort of attacking combinations and the importance of getting them right.
And Brahim Diaz, man missed a penalty in the final. To be fair to him, he's been fairly chill this stream, hasn't he? Just remind us where they can find you. Well, we know where they can find you, but what's coming up this week?
Big up having me on, man. We'll be live tomorrow. Tony, bro, Champions League, Tony, my guy. So we'll be live on that with him and against for Inter. What else? Who are we playing? Oh yeah, Man United, innit? Man United on is that game Sunday?
Sunday, 4:30.
Sunday. Man United Sunday. Women's game on Wednesday, and then just other Arsenal stuff, man. Thursday and Friday, you know how it is. Big up, man. Big up the panel as well every time.
And AT, what's going on
the
your
usual Inter preview tomorrow. I'm not sure I'm going to do a watch along because I want to watch the game in the bar and drink some beer, man.
Priorities, 18.
My guy, my Niger brother.
Yes,
my Niger brother.
So if I'm not too drunk, I can do a nice match reaction. Then I've got Premier League stuff over the weekend.
And Seb, you got any articles coming up this week?
Yeah, hopefully the next one's out tomorrow. Hopefully.
I just need to ask you as well, are we going to see any Jose Mourinho articles at some point?
You just had to go there, bro.
I mean, I'm just curious.
Maybe one day.
That would be very interesting, to be
I'm
fair.
telling you now.
Telling
you now. I just want to win. And I know he does it right now.
And Tony, my brother, honestly, he got heated at the start. Obviously, there's going to be the odd nerd here and there. Oh, these lot are falling out, etc. Because, let them know where they can find you, bro, and what's coming up.
Yeah, this has been a blessed show, people. Yeah, I mean, and again, see, people, I work with lots of people down here. I just started a very lovely show with Thom, and on my channel, I mean, that show has eclipsed the shows that I've been doing in terms of numbers. So big ups to you, Thom. Thanks
I didn't realize
for
that,
accepting to go on that journey with me. So God bless you. And me and Thom will be coming back on I think on Thursday due to the Champions League. Yeah. So we'll be back with the Arsenal clinic where me and him take a deep look into Arsenal's performances in games, mostly during the weekend, and definitely this one we're looking into our performance against Inter Milan. People, Champions League football back, and you know what? Yeah, people, you know what that means. I'm back with my brother Josh. See, we're gonna make it a party tomorrow. Yeah, Josh is there. I'm bringing in my guy I work with that works closely with me on my channel, down to his channel, a bag of So we'll be down there. I don't know if Rory is gonna make it down there, but God knows. So, but me, Josh, will be down there, and Bagger will be down there. So it's gonna be a party. Come join us tomorrow. I've been contracted with Josh last season. I did Champions League all through with me, him, and Rory on the channel. And this second season that back to back, I've been doing it. People, I don't even do Champions League stuff on my own channel, bro. I prefer to do it with my bro, Josh. That means a lot, people. Yeah. So it is what it is. Second year running, contracted down there. People, it's gonna be big. Come watch us down there. Yeah. Me, Josh, Bagiv, and of course Rory if he pops in. And I think on Friday I have the Waffle Done coming up, and we'll be having a panel shows being set up. So me, Abs, Waffle Done will bring something quite different on Friday. Oregon Gooner will be back on Friday too with me. People, lots of shows. Or I'll be back on Sunday with me, and you know, it is what it is. And AT, I mean. My bro, my guy, hit my jack. Make we talk. Make we talk. Make we talk.
I got you.
Allow me for Instagram. Make we talk. We'll put something on board, you know. People, sorry, this speech in English. I mean, of course, I'm half Nigerian, but I always say I'm Nigerian because I'm from African descent. So that's my bro. I speak pidgin too. So my guy, AT. Holla your guy. Holla me. Holla me. We'll talk. We'll do one or two things. Yeah.
Josh, very quickly, are you employing Berta to get Tony signed up for a third year on a contract? Fabrizio Romano, here we go.
Here we go.
You notice, Tony, I said to you backstage that I don't think me and you have done a show on your channel yet, so I've got to run something at some point, bro.
Yeah, we'll definitely iron something out, my bro. That's for sure. I'm very sure of that. We'll iron something out.
But yeah, on that bombshell, guys, we'll be, of course, back tomorrow for a match reaction for the Inter game. And then, of course, you know, next Monday, same time, 8:30 or 9:30 in 80s time. With another episode of Arsenal. I think it's probably the best episode yet, right? Like, honestly, some fiery debates in there.
Yes.
And
sorry, Rory. Just one question. No, I came late during the countdown. After 9, was it still 7? Have you gotten 8 in between?
It was 8. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't even start with that, bro. Don't even start. I managed to.
And big up, Seb. It was nice to have you on the show today. It was nice to hear your voice, Matthew.
Thank you.
So big up to you, Seb. Yeah.
I need his title now.
Don't worry.
Man needs the title, bro. No excuses.
Right now,
no excuses.
Cancel the remaining 16 games. Give Seb the title now.
Give it to him now, bro.
But yeah, anyways, guys, on that bombshell, subscribe to the channel on your way out, and you know, smash the likes. I believe we've ended the stream on 11, I believe, if not mistaken. So yeah, big up to yous that have of course
11 was also
tuned
missing
in.
from the countdown, wasn't it, Rory?
You what?
11 was also missing from the countdown, wasn't it?
We're out. I'll catch you in the next one.